mouth. Allowing those hips to sink back with every breath. We're going to slowly come back onto all fours. We're going to move around here a little bit. So we're going to start with a little cat-cow. So if any of you have done yoga before, you may be familiar. So on that deep breath in, we are going to extend the back, extend the neck here, looking up. So we're arching the back, sending the hips back. And on the exhale, we're going to round out the shoulders. Look towards our hips, look towards our belly button. And deep breath in, arch the back, look up. And exhale, round out the back. Push that floor away. Feel free to take this at your own pace. Rounding out the back as you exhale, pulling those hips in. Few more breaths. And we'll come to a neutral spine. From here, I want you to imagine pinching your right shoulder to your right hip. Almost if you're looking behind you. And then we'll go the other side. So try to pinch that left shoulder to your left hip. And look behind you. And back and forth. Go the right side. Then to the left. And we'll bring it back to center. And what we're going to do is going to walk your hands all the way to the right. So think about walking into the right side of your body. And then we're going to sit our hips back to the left. Should give you a strong stretch through the left side of your body, your left lat, your left shoulder, all the way down the body from your arm to your hip. That right arm will be a little relaxed. Deep breath in, checking in with that breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And we'll push those hips back up, come back to center. Now we're going to do the opposite side. So you're going to walk your hands. I'm going to turn a little bit so you can see me. We're going to walk those hands all the way to the left here. And then we're going to sit those hips back towards the right. Deep breath in and exhale as we sit back. And again, that stretch is going to be all along the right side of the body, from the arm all the way down to the hip. And coming back to center. Alright, back onto hands and knees. We're going to work on a little torso rotation here. So we're going to go into thread the needle. So we're going to start on all fours. All right, we're going to start with threading the left arm. Okay, so that left arm is going to reach underneath your right arm. So leaving that palm down on the ground. Reach down underneath that right arm. Right arm's going to bend as you bring that shoulder to the ground, reaching out in front of you. Or out beside you, I should say. And we'll come back to center. And we'll go the other side. So that right arm is going to reach underneath the left arm, palm facing down. Reach, that left arm is going to bend. And we'll come back to center. So we're going to do this 2 more times on each side. Left arm's going to reach under the right. Right arm's going to bend. Bring that left shoulder to the ground. Try to reach a little bit further this time. And we'll bring it back to center. We'll go to the left. So that right arm's going to thread underneath the left arm. Left arm's going to bend, reach. And back center. 1 more time on each side. Left is going to reach underneath the right. Right arm's going to bend. Reach a little bit further. And back to center last time. We're going to reach to the left. Right arm's going to thread underneath the left arm. Left arm will bend. And reach. And back to center. We'll sit back on our heels, sitting up tall. Alright, so we are sitting up tall on our heels. We're going to interlock those fingers behind us. Press those knuckles down. Open up the chest. Look up. And we'll exhale as we relax. Do this 1 more time. Press those knuckles down. A deep breath in. Open up the chest. Elongate your neck. And exhale. Bring it back to center. Alright. Back to hands and knees. We're going to go into down dog. So we are going to press those heels into the ground and we send those hips up and back, pressing the chest back towards the legs, pressing the floor away with the hands, into down dog, feeling that stretch all the way through the back of the leg. If you have trouble getting those heels to the ground, try bending one knee, pressing the opposite foot into the ground, switching back and forth. All right, next we're going to move into our pigeon stretch. So we are going to shift forward into plank position. Bring that right knee behind the right wrist, left foot or right foot behind the left wrist, and we'll sit back into our pigeon pose here. If this is a lot for you, modified version of pigeon is the 90-90 stretch, so you can bend that back leg up. But if you prefer to be in that full pigeon, you of course are welcome to just turning around every direction today. All right, so in pigeon, we're going to hold here for a little bit. Make sure those hips are square. Those hands can come out in front of you, or you can bring those elbows down to the ground if you'd like. in with that breath, releasing tension from the hips. We will be here for about another minute, so get comfortable, allow your hips to relax. That's where you need to. And if you feel yourself falling a little bit closer and closer towards the floor with each breath, just go with it. You know, you can always come down here to your chest. How we know that your hips are expanding throughout the stretch. You're letting go of tension. We're going to slowly work our way back up. Take your time. We're going to shift our weight back as we take the right leg to the back onto hands and knees. We'll step back for child's pose again. And whenever you're ready, we'll meet back in down dog. So we'll press those heels into the ground, send the hips up and back. And we're going to shift forward into that plank. Bring the left knee up behind the left wrist, left foot behind the right wrist. We will sit into our pigeon stretch here. Of course, if you need to go into that modified version, you're more than welcome to. We will be here for a little while. You find the version that works best for where you are today. Sometimes your hips are flexible and sometimes they are not, and that is totally fine. Perfectly normal for your body to feel different day to day. Both of those hips are square to the ground. When you're ready, come on down to those elbows. Making a conscious effort to breathe into those hips, breathe into the space. Even close your eyes and visualize your hips expanding. Hips are important to take care of. They are like the motor unit of the lower body, so to speak. Flexible hips are going to translate to better knee health, better ankle health. This is why we have to take care of those hips on a daily basis. A few more breaths here. Slowly bring it back to center. Slowly shifting our weight back. Taking your time, bring the big toes together, knees wide. Sit back for child's pose. And slowly roll it up. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining me for Unravel. Jared will be coaching Full Body Relax next.